Little Sisters is an independent queer bookstore. The first owners, Jim and Bruce, and store manager Janine Fuller, ordered books and materials that were not sold or available anywhere else.
They hired me in 1990 off a resume, handwritten. You would go and be so thrilled to see queer people there, as it was such a huge event place. People would come from all over the world, actually, to be there.
There was no entry fee. You did not have to spend money. You could go there and thumb through the magazines. Queer authors, poets, playwrights, visual artists found audiences for their storytelling. Really, Little Sisters emerged in 1983 when it opened, first on Thurlow Street and then later on Davie Street, into this very heady ferment of possibility and promise. Starting in the mid-1980s, Little Sisters was targeted by Customs Canada censors at the Canada-US border. And over a 20-year period, hundreds of sexually explicit titles deemed obscene by customs agents were detained, seized, and often destroyed. I just think it was so deeply offensive and so deeply insulting because all of these materials are pedagogical. They're intended not only to sell stories and to tell stories, but to educate, to enliven, to enrich queer lives, and to deepen sexual literacies among queer people and questioning people.
And Little Sisters off to the Supreme Court to challenge Canada Customs.
In 1990, Little Sisters sued the federal Canadian government for unfair and unjust treatment. They fought a constitutional battle for freedom of expression under the Canadian Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms.
The court case started on October 11th, National Coming Out Day. You know, it was horrendous and awful.
It was absurd. It felt like a bit of a circus. As I gave testimony in support of queer materials that I knew were fundamental to queer sexual health and well-being. After many years of lower court rulings, the Canadian Supreme Court judge ruled in 2000 that the bookstore's charter rights to equality and freedom of expression had been violated. So the ruling fundamentally was a validation that queer sexualities matter.
You know what? It was groundbreaking, that kind of decision, but it took forever.
Queer bookstores like Little Sisters stand as evidence of our survival and our stubborn refusal to be erased, silenced, and dehumanized. Queers of all generations, geographies, abilities, genders, sexualities, racial identities, and class backgrounds found their way to the bookstore and continue to this day. It is a bricks and mortar place of pride.